Welcome back to DES Trucks. In today's video, we're going to be doing another oil change on our 7.3 liter Godzilla V8. And for our oil, we're going with the Signature Series 0W40, doing the oil and a filter change. And we're going to be doing an oil analysis. So stay tuned with us as we go through this process. I've already warmed up the engine a little bit, but I think it cooled off for a second. I want the oil to be hot when I change it, so that I know that it's gonna flow out good. If it's too cold, the oil takes a long time to come out. So I wanna make sure that the engine runs before it comes out. Let me get my drain pan ready. See you guys underneath the truck. Okay, so I got an oil sample here that I'm gonna pull from the truck again to try to see what's going on with this engine. And this is that 7.3. that is known to have some issues. It's such an ironic turn of events that these big V8s are not as reliable as the V6, the turbocharged V6 engines. So I'm gonna lefty loosey, that's gonna be pulling to me. And then this little trick, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but you're gonna add some leverage like that to your wrench by just using another wrench. Whoever put this drain plug on, they tightened it up pretty good. Jack?
Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
I think we used the impact for it.
You use the impact to tighten this?
If I'm not mistaken, I think so, yeah.
Oh.
But like the small one, not the big
Oh,
one.
the little guy? That ain't bad then. All right, so there's my drain plug. Now, keep in mind, I'm getting my oil sample, so I want to get a clean sample, and in order to do so, gotta have my kit ready. I'm gonna try to get out of the way so I don't get doused in oil. I got my drain pan, large size drain pan right there. Don't want to lose my plug. Now there's dirt involved here, so I don't want to just get dirt from the general area. So I'm just keeping this up here, like so. And I'm gonna just get ready to pull it. And I'm just letting that run out. And I'll catch it midstream in an attempt to try to get a clean sample. So I got time as it drips. And as it goes midstream, I'll just go like that and catch some of that. And there's my sample. And try not to get nothing in there that's not supposed to be there. Tighten it up, and I've acquired my oil sample. And from here, I've caught my oil. I'll move this pan a little. I'll see how tight this filter is. Hopefully not too tight. There's a little bit of residual oil on the filter. Little dirt too around there. Go ahead and see if I can get it by hand. Yeah, it's not too loose or tight. It's just messy. Did you pre-fill the oil filter when you did it?
If I'm not mistaken, I think we did, yeah.
Oh. So I got my rubber glove.
That's typically a practice that I do on all of these like exterior filters.
All the ones you can't, yeah. It's not a huge deal though. I mean, if the engine was just running, it's fine. Yeah. There's my filter. Almost free. I guess the other argument would be like, if you just change it and just hurry up and put another filter on there, you're cleaner.
What do you mean? Like if you put another filter on there real quick and it'll get all your oil all over the place?
Yeah. I'm not sure why I got so much freaking dirt around this oil filter. Like what in the world? There's just oil and dirt everywhere. Almost like the pressure was coming out of this thing somehow. Very strange. Can you get a clean microfiber rag from there?
Yeah. There you go.
All right. I'm taking a clean rag. This is a microfiber. Just to clean up around this housing a little bit. Trying to sweep away, not to get any of that anywhere near the filter. But in this case, okay. Very interesting situation that we have here. Ow. That was a good deal for microfibers from Walmart.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're not comfortable with just getting shop towel?
Shop towel. I don't know. That shit was like maybe $10.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's kind of, it's like in a roll.
I know, and it's like tearaway.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed
Did
to
it tear, kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like a little bit cheaper, but overall better. So, I mean, what do you think? You want to pre-fill or not?
The oil filter?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that isn't necessary. Like, it's probably fine if you do. But I have heard, putting it around the ring is probably extremely important.
Yeah, put it on the ring is important. So,
But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think
well, let's just pour a little bit on the ring. Oh.
with new oil.
Yeah. I mean, if the risk of contamination is an issue. I mean, technically speaking, there's enough oil. There's enough oil around the ring. Put a little hole in that.
Just finger it.
Well, my fingers ain't even clean though.
Right.
My fingers are covered in grit from the oil filter housing.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put a little oil around the ring. One thing that makes it get dirty is like the oil up around this lip. Say when you oil it, you put oil. That oil sits on that lip and then it falls out.
Oh, right up around here.
Yeah, and you're like, man, I think I'm leaking.
Maybe that.
But like, if you got a ton of that oil around that lip, you might think you're leaking and you might not be. It just could be that oil. That kind of looks like why. But for our case, being that we ran the engine, we ran it to operating temperature, I think, pre-filling is kind of a waste of time because the whole engine is covered with a film of oil right now. So it's already the engine's already the engine's already got its oil film inside of it. Okay. Using a rag for a little more grip on this filter. Although that's hard to see. All right. Using a rag for a little more grip. Just hand tight. Pretty good torque there by hand. And as far as our drain, we can sit there and let that drip forever, but that's a pretty good spot for us to replug this up because we don't need this to be taking forever. Got a slow drip though, so we're pretty good. Reinstall that. Oh yeah, you can see that drip slowly forming on the oil filter already. I wonder if this is the right filter. I mean, I got them from the dealership, but it seems pretty fat compared to how the oil filter housing looks. All right, then put our torque on this. That's nice and tight. No? Maybe look up the oil filter and make sure we got the right one. I'm pretty sure. I'm just making sure that something ain't wrong here. Yeah, but the oil filter is on the back shelf. The Motorcraft oil filter. The back shelf right there in that clear bag.
Motorcraft.
Motorcraft. Okay, so it's the right filter. And you know what? Once you do this project that you got, you can film with the truck. How perfect is that? All right, so this trick is how you end up with a cleaner situation with your oil change. You take your brake clean and let's see if I can catch that filter. You take your brake clean, you get in there right in the crack. And you
Probably take this thing and fucking screw it.
oh yeah.
Smells so bad.
And spray right in the crack. Catch all that housing so it doesn't strip down. And you can see it's still up there. So that's what makes the filter look so bad. That's probably what was going on because it wasn't tightened up incorrectly at all. But I remember that night we did the oil change and you were like, man, I think something could be wrong. Because there's a drip of oil and you can smell the oil.
Because I saw that rainbow pattern on the ground, like the snow and water. But, I mean, looking back on it, I mean, the oil levels were fine in the truck. So I thought it was just all that brake clean coming off of the, because you were spraying the hell out of it with brake clean. It was getting all over the place. I thought it was just maybe that stuff dripping off.
Check that out. Look at that. These towels, these rags are nice. But they're really not for oil, but it's just too convenient of a situation. All right, let's go ahead and wipe that off. All right, so we got our drain plug in. We've got our drain plug in there. We've got our oil filter in there. What are we, ready to start it up or what?
There's no oil in it.
That was a test.
I was about to say.
That was the test.
Yeah, you know.
All right, so let's top it off with oil. All right, I believe it takes 8 quarts. Did that fit in there pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
8 quarts, how many you got?
I think I have 8 quarts. Which one of these is 4 quarts? And then we got
1 US gallon.
1 gallon, so
What, there's 4 quarts in a gallon?
Yeah.
And you said, wait, how many quarts it takes?
I think it takes 8.
Oh,
I think.
pretty much everything in here.
Yeah. All right, 8 quarts of 0W40 going in.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if that dipstick trick would work with this.
Probably would. Yeah, we tried.
If you turn it to the side, it won't jug like that.
Like, up like this?
Yeah, it won't chug. See how it drops? Or it pours way easier like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna put 8 in there, I don't know. Take a chance.
Yeah. Why, you think it's maybe a little bit less?
I don't know. I think it's 8. I forget so much shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so much stuff. Remember that dipstick trick?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot with this.
It'd be a lot just because there's, like, if you had a stool, it'd be easier.
Let's see. We got the funnel anyway, but I'm kind of curious if that dipstick trick would work with this oil.
Definitely. I think it will.
I mean, we could try it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna really,
Worth a shot.
we're not gonna do it for real because then, but we can just do it. I don't know if I think you might be right about that stool. Let me grab that stool. But if I just do it like this, right up above here,
Oh, yeah.
and then just to see.
Yeah, I think it's kind of necessary.
I feel like that stool is right there.
Little swivelly one?
Swivelly?
Little, I hear you talking all this good about Pennzoil. Like, what makes you use amsoil?
Oh, they're pretty much neck and neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, amsoil, you order it online and it can come to you like no problem.
Yeah, I was looking for amsoil.
All right, you hold the dipstick up and I'll see if this shit works on a dipstick.
Like right there.
Yeah. All right. So the trick is you pour the oil, like if you don't have a funnel, you pour the oil like right on the dipstick and it will just go with the dipstick.
Is it?
It's not working.
Is it not thick enough? Dude, it was working flawlessly when we were doing
It's got to be somewhat close though.
Hey, I mean.
No, it's just, this is too big. It's just too big of a pour. It's too much. Because
You think it's just too, like,
I think you're
fluid?
I think you're just pouring too much oil. I mean, that's how that 40 weight looks though.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's chugging. There. How's that look? Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like honey.
I don't believe 40 weight really protects your engine better.
No.
Dude, there's so much that I've been finding. Like, in Europe, the reason they have these Euro oils is because they have way more regulations on the oil.
Right.
And the regulations are not good
For the engine.
for the engine.
Yeah.
They actually are putting less additives inside of your oil because they've determined that these additives that protect your engine are bad for the environment.
Right.
So when you see Euro oil or something that says like mid sap or anything like that for Europe, it's actually because they're trying to add as much additive as they can without being in violation, which is way less than,
American.
yeah.
Dang.
So like you can't be in Europe running this freaking amsoil full synthetic fancy oil because it's not a mid sap European whatever oil. So when you see these European oils, I was under the impression that you were getting a superior oil for Europe, or maybe they run in like extended drain intervals or something.
Like some
over there.
over-engineered oil.
Yeah.
Really good as hell, but it's not.
And that's not what's happening. They have way stricter regulations over there than they do here. They have like DPFs on gas engines, like way more filtration on the exhaust, and they are like worrying about the oil you're getting in your car.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with this engine. When I first got that bad report, I put that mid-sap European oil because I wanted to do a 40 weight, and that was like just the brand I wanted to have, that 40 weight. And 40 weight's supposed to be helping your engine because it's thicker. It's a little thicker, not too thick, but it was still, like when we did the analysis, it was still a 40 weight.
Is that what this Castrol shit is? Is this European?
I mean, I'm curious, should we test it?
What do you mean?
Should we send a sample to the test what's in that? Because like,
Did you use this last time?
I didn't use it, you used it.
For this?
You used it for...
For the, I know what you're saying. This is literally mine, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what you used it for, I don't know.
It was for the Audi, yeah.
So your Audi's European and you're like, man, let's get this Euro oil. It don't say that it's mid-sap though.
Yeah.
So it's probably...
It's still, I mean, it's still a European, like it's...
Maybe it's Euro because it's a 040.
Dude, yeah, maybe, I don't know, that's not a bad idea.
Maybe that's why Euro is trying to run 040 because they're trying to say, let's run a little heavier oil because we're literally cutting the additives. But what I found is like 040 ain't doing nothing for you if you lose your additives. Yeah. If you lose your additives, you're done. Without the with the European ad pack, even though it's a 40 weight, that 40 weight ain't protecting. Unless this engine just is having some type of an issue that that's causing it.
This thing's saying carbon neutral, so I doubt it has those additives.
I know, right? I did see that. It says it's just that oil.
It's like carbon neutral, good for the environment, so yeah.
It's a good idea to put a little oil on your ring. If there's a drip in here, this O-ring can be hard to take off. I got most, oh, there's enough. I don't want to make a mess. But just a little bit of oil on that O-ring helps. Because it doesn't really get up there that much. All right. Yeah, carbon neutral, what does that mean?
I think that's like, oh, like our carbon footprint is very minimal. Like it's a neutral carbon footprint, so if they're marketing it like that, then it's...
I think right. I wouldn't be surprised if they were having all kind of issues over there with these engines being problematic. Yeah. So I guess we got to start this up and then check and then let it settle, then check for leaks. So I'll dump this oil and you start up the engine.
You want me to open?
Yeah, just leave that open. All right, I'll go underneath, check for leaks. Oil filter still looking clean. Drain plug looking nice and tight. I'll wipe it though. I'll wipe it so it's not gonna give me the false impression of a leak. So, just a little quick wipe. Got my sample here, coming from out underneath. There's my sample, set it on this rag. But yeah, I guess we can turn it off and check the oil level. All right, so we let this oil settle for about, I don't know, 3 minutes. And go ahead and check our level. And looking at that level, It's putting us in the middle of the operating range, but we did 8 quarts, so that's probably just how they want it. On these engines, they've been kind of doing that to you. You put in what they tell you to put in, and you're like in the operating range. You're not like at the top of it, you're just in the middle. So we put in what it calls for, I think, 8 quarts. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. But put the 8 quarts in there. So that should be good. But we got the filter on. I gotta dump the oil. That's why I should have kept my gloves. But I just gotta dump that oil, and this truck is ready to get back to work. So comment below, let me know your thoughts. We're gonna continue to analyze this oil, and we'll see what becomes of this truck. Anyway, my name is Sean. This is DS Trucks. See you in the next video. Oh, and check out Jack.
JP Motors new video coming out, hopefully today or tomorrow.
So if you're interested in motorcycles, he's got his first Kawasaki.
Oh yeah, first bike.
What CC is that?
So it's Kawasaki Ninja 500, but the CCs it's like 453 CCs. They increase the stroke of the Kawasaki Ninja 400 engine. Just increase it a little bit and increase the CCs a little bit. It's a little more torquey.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of power to me, but what do I know? But anyway, this is DS Trucks. See you in the next video. Over and out.